Alright guys, welcome back to the stream. I have a really cool video I just want to show you just to start off this stream. I recorded this a few days ago on the channel and basically let's just see how it went over. 100% accurate. I told you guys not to worry about this, and right now there's nothing to worry about. Even if we do wick down, we'll come back up. Don't worry about it. It's literally not possible for the price action to go down and not come back up in the immediate short term because of all the buy orders stacked. I keep pressing that idea because it's very important that we not only look at the graph, but we also understand the fundamentals behind this anti-inflationary asset, which is in an uptrend, which a lot of people are looking to long. Okay, so I think that's good enough. Okay, so basically, we basically called this, saying that, I'm not saying it's going to go up or down. I was actually about to take a look at the charts with you guys, but we called that from a few days ago, that's exactly 100%, literally 100% accuracy on this channel. I've done nothing but tell you exactly where Bitcoin has gone. I've not only told you exactly where Bitcoin, because look at what I was talking about right on that video. You can go watch it. I was talking about, we fell out of this lower band. And I said, listen, guys, I'm opening up some long positions. Like, I'm just cost-based averaging in. I'm getting a good position. We're in profits right now. And we've been killing it. We're up a little bit more than we were earlier. So, and I mean, I showed you my long position earlier, just a small little long position. And I said, listen, we're most likely going to go up. And then we'll see. We still haven't hit that area yet. We haven't figured out exactly where we're going. We're losing a lot of volume. We're losing a lot of buying momentum. But at the end of the day, none of the and you can see that right here on the hourly with the volume candles. But I told you guys it was going to go down. I told you guys it was going to go up. I told you guys it was going to go back up. I told you guys that we need to see more information before we really get a confirmation on what's going on with these charts. But a little price update, if you guys are a little bit concerned, whatever, we broke out of this fib area that I was looking at, very important. It looks like we broke out of this possible. It's sloppy, but you can definitely, the fundamentals line up with an inverse head and shoulders. And yeah, we're still looking to test that area, and really what we want to see is volume come in. If we don't see volume come in, this is a different story. I guess we can go down to the lower time frames and we can look what's going on, but we are just killing this. I wanted to play that. I'm gonna start playing videos before I start going in like my previous videos to show you guys, listen, I can't tell it any more straight than it is. I'm telling you guys what's going on. If you guys get a little concerned because we go up a little bit or we go down a little bit, at the end of the day, just those videos that we make are 100%. We've had 100% accuracy on this channel. And we're already making money live on the channel, multiple trades and profits. So, it just looks like consolidation to me. You got an uptrend, a downtrend, probably another uptrend. So what you would do, and I can do that for you guys here, check this out. So we're going to take this off. We don't really need this right here. There we go. So what we would do, essentially, is you have this pump right here, started about right here, trend reversal right here. So what you do is you get the Fibonacci retracement tool. Fibonacci. Go into right here. Go into right here. Right, we'll line it up right there. There we go. And you'll just bring this one over here. And you're good. Alright, so I mean potentially, you have this giant pump up. We come all the way down here potentially. We can still be moving higher in the sentiment in the immediate short term. We're talking about scalping, that kind of stuff. Where's my, gotta get that indicator, that market cipher. I don't know where that went. But this is not looking good. This is basically showing consolidation. This is also showing because a lot of this is, as we're heading down, we're losing. So it's really just showing consolidation. If not, we're still favoring the upside because as we're going down, like people just see the red candlesticks. As we're going down, we're losing volume. Okay. And we have like this, idea that hasn't even been really like when we're talking about a retracement, when we're talking about like a quick pump up, and I mean, I guess relatively, you could technically say, well, the pump started right here. Swing low, swing high. Right here is really where this pump is, and you're basically blowing off the momentum from that. And if that is the case, I mean, just look at the way the Fibonacci retracement tool works. Look how gorgeous that is. We hit that area, we retraced, we're coming back up. So we'll see. But that's what the tech's showing us. Alright, let me get that market cipher pulled up. This you like have to have like a $60 account usually, or market cipher is like freaking 500. I think they have a sale on right now where it's like 400 or something crazy like that. So is my market cipher just disappearing? Like where did it? There's two parts to it. Well, there's three parts to it, but I'm looking for there we go. Now we got two of them. Jeez, we don't need two. Alright, turn these off. Well, we'll just delete these. We don't need these right now. Alright, then you just put this up. Alright, so essentially, I mean, market cipher is not really going to call anything. I mean, really, this comes down to, because I don't just look at market cipher. I mean, go look at my other videos. I'm mostly a TA guy, but in situations like this, when there's not as many macro patterns playing out, and we're really trying to find the bottoms, the tops, figure out what's going on. But market cipher is not really the move right now. The move is the volume, and the volume needs to increase, or we're just going to continue to see consolidation. Volume returns, volume starts trending up. Right now it's trending downwards. If it trends up, could hit this target, and then we're essentially looking for a bounce or not a bounce. We could consolidate for a little bit and then break out of, like a small consolidation pattern that would form up maybe, on the 30-minute, on the hourly. And if that is the case, then we could get a small move in either direction. I'm not really going to cover that because it's not really fundamental. It's not really something to be worried about. And yeah, so essentially, like, I guess I'll just draw it out for you guys. What I'm looking at right now in the graphs, what I'm watching right before I go. If you have any questions, please let me know right now because I'm going to be ending the stream. So essentially this area right here is the resistance right here. So we broke out of this pattern, which was support, and it's no longer support, so it could act as resistance as we retest it. So that's the whole point of the retest. We need to see what the sentiment is. We'll figure it out once we get there. But I, am predicting, for what it's worth, just because we have this inverse head and shoulders pattern and just the momentum on the higher time frame seems to be bearish, but on the lower time frames we seem to be bullish, and that dictates to me, this isn't 100%, but that dictates to me that we're going to come up, hit it, bounce lower, and if that is the case, we're looking at right here is a huge level, especially because you have like the bottom of this inverse head and shoulders. You have this level right here, which is the wick of that head and shoulders. So this would essentially be a break of that head and shoulders right here in the opposite direction. But then it's not all said and done. It's not a lower low until we break this wick. It's kind of hard to see. And then you have this right here, which is 27,600, and if we break this wick, essentially we going down because we in the mid-term time frame. I'm gonna take off the paintbrush so I can show you guys what's going on. so you guys can see what's going on a little bit better. But ask me questions before I go. If you have any questions, please let me know. So essentially, you have this right here, which is this, this is the candlestick body for this inverse head. Right here, you have the candlestick wick right here. So, I mean, we can wick down here, but essentially until this candlestick wick is broken, we still have a low, but we don't have a lower low until this is broken. And then right here, if you zoom out, this is very important key support. It's pretty far away on the 30-minute. Right here, you have this, and if that breaks, that's kind of like, this giant head and shoulders. This is kind of like the last resistance area for it, amongst, putting a lower low in on the midterm time frames. So these are kind of the levels we're looking at. This is potential resistance we're looking. This is potential support, potential support, potential. Well, no, these aren't potential support. This is if this level, if we break this level, if we break this level, if we break this level, we're going down lower. But you would look for like moving averages and such like that to find support. All right, let me know if you have any. But those are the levels we're looking at. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's see. Hey, where do you think we can bounce to? So I've been covering this a lot, but essentially, it's all like probability. Like it's really like probability as far as the moving averages and the market sentiment. And I don't mean that in like I'm not informed way, or like I'm just telling you how it is. Like a lot of people say the 21 EMA, and we had price targets down there in other videos, so definitely sub. Like I've already went over this a lot in all my videos, and really I'm just giving an update to what's going on in the immediate short term. But like as far as where we're gonna bounce, we need to take it level by level. So we need to figure out what's going on right here, because if we break back into this triangle right now, that's gonna start flipping me more towards, this could potentially be the bounce, potentially. But what we need to do is we need to take it level by level. If Bitcoin comes down here again and it doesn't set a lower low, then again this would signify that this possibly could be the bounce. We're looking for the bounce, and it doesn't necessarily have to be. So what you would do is you would go to your EMA, your SMA, and then you have your MA. So and you wouldn't want to be on the 30-minute. You'd want to be on a higher time frame. So we'll work with that for a second. But what you would want to do is you want to get your exponential moving average, exponentially weighted moving average. You would want to get your moving average, and you would want to get your simple moving average, which is the EMA, the SMA, and the MA. You want to go to the higher time frames, because that's going to be where you're going to potentially find support, and the higher the time frame, the more support you're looking at. And really the idea that we're looking at on this channel is more so around the area of like $22,000 to like $26,000 range. Potentially. Let's see. So basically, we would want to find moving averages that line up with that. Like obviously, these aren't very relevant because we've already broken all these areas. All right. So, and I mean, if it hits this moving average right here, and it goes down below this, or like if it breaks this level, it's most likely going to break this level. So that's why I was saying like a lot of times these kind of levels aren't entirely important. Really on the daily, the big one's at 24K, but obviously factor in like all these, that these are moving averages. This is the average price. This line represents the average price on a potential, like if it's the 21 EMA, it's the last 21 days exponentially weighted average, and so price action's high, so it's constantly going to be moving higher to average out, if that makes sense. And so I mean right now it's at 24, but it'll move higher as it meets Bitcoin's price. So it really just comes into factors as far as a lot of people on like just in general, people that have 200,000, 300,000, whatever these bigger channels, they're saying that the bounce is over. It could be. I'm not gonna say that on my channel because on the higher time frames we know that we're just not there yet. But in the short term, yeah, we could definitely looks like we're coming up, and then we're taking it level by level. We're looking at the charts. I'm not going off of anything other than the charts. But so potential bounce would be like maybe around 25,000, because you have to think like if this is going to consolidate, which seems to be, like we just looked at the volume, we just looked at a lot of these indicators and we see okay, it's consolidating right now, and until we see a return to volume and it's consolidating, these moving averages are going to move up with the price of Bitcoin, if that makes sense. So if you're looking at like, oh, is it going to bounce off the 200 MA, 200-day moving average? If that's going to be the case, okay, the color coding on here is so weird. I don't even know. I have basically all the major moving averages on the daily chart pulled up. But let's just say this is the 200 MA. It's going to move slowly, but it's going to continue to move up. And as Bitcoin's price slowly comes down to it. And that's what I was saying. If we are moving down towards like that 26, that $25,000 range, like we're gonna hit wicks just because of all the buying pressure. And so if that is the case, and we're hitting wicks because of the buying pressure, then it's gonna take a minute to get to these moving averages. These moving averages are gonna move up. So like the moving averages right now are saying like between 26 or 22 to 26, but if we keep consolidating, if we keep moving slowly, if we slowly come down to test those areas, it's going to take longer. Um, and the moving averages are going to come up, and it's going to be like maybe like 24,400. Or yesterday we were looking at 24,600, yesterday we were looking at 24,455 as one of the potential areas where it could find support. And because I'm gonna pull out a fib, because that's just a clutch move right there. We're gonna pull out a fib because while these moving averages, they're like affected or whatever, the Fibonacci, we can have fib play all day and not get affected by like the price action. So I was gonna pull out a fib too, but we already done that. Like 22,000 to like 26,600 is the range that we're looking at. Again, we got to take it. We literally have to. And if you're not, then you're not doing technical analysis right. So like, we have to take it level by level. We have to see how the market's reacting to the different support possible levels. But let's see. It's on the monthly. So, yeah, moving averages are going to move up. So, like those were the targets yesterday, but because, we're consolidating right now, I'm thinking like 24, 25, and I was thinking 24,445, just based off of the big moving averages that we were looking at. But because I gotta figure out where this wick is. I think it's right here. All right. And really, we can get some macro, something like this. That'd probably be, what's this, all the way down at 32,000? Yeah, that's savage. That's going to be really macro resistance. Yeah, this is what we want right here. What is this? Is that the top? Did I measure the top? Looks good. All right, and so we're looking at this price action, right? So, I mean, this Fibonacci right here is going to be at, the 0.5. This is macro Fibonacci. We're on the monthly chart, like, like as far as like when in doubt, zoom out, the farther it goes, the more relevant it is, the more validity it has. 23,408 is like a ginormous um, Fibonacci retracement area. That area is going to be absolutely critical. So like I said, when I say like 22 to 22 to 26, it's probably going up. It's probably more so going to be around that 23 to 23 to like 27, just because like most of them are moving averages, but like this fib isn't going to move, and this is really, I mean, that's a swing low right there down at 3,000 basically, all the way up to like, that's a massive Fibonacci retracement. Like this is like extremely, like if we touch this area, there's a really good chance we're going to bounce. Hope that answers your question. What does Ethereum look like for the next 3 hours? Yeah, absolutely. We did an Ethereum trade like live, and we've been doing good, and we're in profits, but I haven't looked at it really, just because my position isn't that big in it, just because, I pretty much like, if you want to know like what Ethereum's going to do, it's highly correlated with Bitcoin. So like the things that we're talking about with Bitcoin, very important to look on Ethereum. Do I want to be on Kraken? Can I do Coinbase? I don't want to be on Kraken. Kraken's not bad, but there we go. Then we'll go to the, what did you say? What was your time frame? Next 3 hours? Okay. Yeah, so I mean, if you want to know what's going on in the next 3 hours, yeah, pulling up the 3 hours, not a bad idea. It's not like facts, but it's a good idea. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull out some fibs. I got to take this off. No, not that. Where are these lines coming from? Jeez. Yeah, take those off. Nice. All right. So I'm gonna pull out some fibs, and that's really, I think, the sentiment. Like if you want, like I said, like it's highly correlated with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up in the short term, then like in the next 3 hours, then Ethereum's most likely, and vice versa. But if you want some specific price targets, which I'm assuming you do, we're gonna get some fibs. So pull out a fib like right there. Look at how perfect that is. It just bounced right on that line perfectly. So, I mean, right now we have resistance like at 12,000 or 1277. So, until we like negate that resistance, you know what I'm saying? Taking it level by level, we're looking like we need to. It's probably volume's probably not too good. But yeah, right now we basically went up, got rejected at this level, came back down. Um, it looks like we need more volume. Where's the volume? Yeah, we're trending low on volume. I can zoom in a little bit more. Volume's not too good. And the sad part about it, like if you're looking for Ethereum to go up in the short term, like Ethereum's going up, yes, right? And then the volume's down. So I mean, we just need to see more buying pressure to potentially negate this resistance level. But being as objective as possible, we're gonna need to retest that and break it, or we need to hit it, or make this the local high, like go right above it, and then get rejected and basically fall down, and basically get rejected off this level, or test it and break it for support. So this is really a key level to be looking at in Ethereum. This is also a key level to be looking at. So and with the idea that the price is going down, like the volume's going down, money flow is looking pretty decent on it on the 3 hour. It's in an uptrend, so that's good. Um, let's see. Price is looking a little good. Just the fact that we wicked off a little bit right there isn't the best. Looking like a potential bottom. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, it's not looking bad. I just want to see more volume. And if that's the case, then we're looking good. Let's see. I want to do another fib. Alright, so you got that fib. Trend base fib. Okay, so swing high. I'll readjust the swing low. Alright. There we go. And then, yeah, you get this down here. Perfect. Alright. So, in a downtrend, also, like, you have to understand that, like, this is the inverse of a Fibonacci retracement. This is a trend-based Fibonacci retracement. So the golden pocket's down here. And essentially, we're taking a look at this from the shorts perspective. And we're saying, okay, you know, we wicked down here, obviously. And then we went to the golden pocket. We broke above it. We broke above it again with this support level potentially. Or resistance level for the shorters, and then right here is basically showing like a flip and trend. So like essentially, like when you have this measured move play out, when you have the oh, I guess you would measure it more so if we're gonna go for that idea. Yeah, so we'd go from right here. Fibonacci retracement is more of an art and really understanding the markets and understanding what you're looking at than anything else. It's not like a set in stone science. All right, so I mean, it looks like we're having a little bit of trouble getting into this golden pocket area right here. And essentially, like if you're looking for it to be bullish, obviously we want to break this line, and then obviously another support area would be right here. So like if you're in a long position, per example, and you're doing good on a long position, basically look at the market sentiment right here, look at the market sentiment right here, and like if it looks like we're about to get rejected and you have a massive long position that you have open, maybe just take a little bit off, basically to ensure lock in those profits. I mean, I don't know, like what you're trading. I don't know what your leverage is. I don't know what your time frame is. I don't even know if you're longing this. I don't even know if you're shorting this. But I mean, on this channel, we have a long position on Ethereum, that a smaller long position on Ethereum that's profitable, and that's probably what I'll do is take a little bit off here, take a little bit off here, like in the immediate short term. Looks decent as long as we can break this level. No one's saying that we're going to. And then, that fib retracement level, that's another resistance. But if we break those two levels, it's looking good. Let's see. Yeah, it's looking decent. Again, though, you kind of have this fractal idea, how you see the RSI on Market Cipher. It looks like it's getting rejected. It's doing sort of what Bitcoin's doing, where it gets rejected at this dotted line right here. So, I mean, we're coming up. We could come up like, right here or to that fib area, hit this top, and then have a fractal idea kind of like this. Hopefully that starts to give you. I'm more so looking at Bitcoin, but hopefully that answers your question on the 3 hour. What's going on? Any more questions? This was more just so an update. Sub, we have 100% accuracy on the channel. We absolutely kill everything, not financial advice, but, I just am a crypto guy, and, we've been doing really good. And so I thought I would make a channel to try and help people out, my record's like, in the last 3 months, I trade over 360,000, and profits. So, and we already have a really good track record built up on YouTube. So sub to the channel if you're interested. There's not too much to talk about. We're really just looking at levels right now, trying to figure things out, but it's consolidating. Like, if you want to be like, like professional technical analysis, like you want to look at the graphs, it's like this. You put this trend line right here. You put this trend line right here. You put this trend line right here. Which way is it trending? It's trending down like this. And this is actually a perfect, 1, 2, 3 touch. That's textbook trend line, trending down, you know. Put some trend lines on the oscillators. And so until that trend breaks, until we start to see more price action, we're consolidating. All right, on Ethereum. But that's potentially bullish. That just, well, I mean, we could look at the RSI on the 3 hour and see how bullish or bearish that is. Let me see. So you go RSI, Relative Strength Index, pull it up, pop it out. Alright, so what do we got? So 51, I mean, it's not doing too much on the 3 hour at least, with us consolidating at these levels. Maybe at the higher time frames, or it's probably might be doing something, but this consolidation, usually if the RSI is a lot higher and we're consolidating, that just means it's like justifying the price. We're cooling off a little bit before moving higher. But right now we're just consolidating. Alright, I'm gonna head off for right now. I'll probably be on again later giving you guys updates. So just let me know, get some comments ready, but you know as much as I do. I'm telling you how it is, and we're killing it. So